Hey, everybody, how are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to fit fitness into your schedule, even if you don't have any time. I'm going to wait just a few minutes while people are joining, and I wanted to let you know that also I love watching where in the world you're watching from. So please make sure you write that in the comment section. So we get people from all over the world. So I want to tell you too that making fitness a part of your everyday schedule hasn't always been easy for me. I wasn't always healthy. I wasn't always in shape, and I work at it. And I'm still not exactly where I want to be, but I want to share with you some of the things that have worked for me and some that haven't worked for me. So, 4 steps to making fitness a big part of your daily life in the pockets of your time starts with prioritizing. When I was in high school, I was 15 pounds heavier than I am now. And then I got into college and I joined the Freshman 15 Club. That's not a club that you want to join. At a time in my life when I should have been in peak physical condition in my, early 20s, I was overweight. And I thought, okay, so what can I do? One quick fix was I literally was wrapping my body in saran wrap. I put on a big bulky sweatsuit. No, there was like a plastic sweatsuit and then a sweatsuit on top of that. Then I went out and I ran a few miles. Then I went into the sauna. There was also something called the grapefruit diet and something called the cookie diet, which was my favorite. However, it wasn't until I started focusing on exercise that really helped me to lose weight and to keep it off. I made exercise a daily part of my life. In fact, I started teaching group fitness classes in 1980. And my theory was, okay, if I go to the gym, if I make an appointment to teach a class, if I commit and agree to teach a class, I'm not going to back out of it. So commitment is a big part of it. And then, I realized that once I got there, I loved it. But prior to teaching group fitness classes, I could come up with 100 different excuses why I couldn't go work out. I had errands to run, laundry to do, whatever it was. But making a commitment was a big part of that. And then when I was teaching, I realized that it was also like mental therapy for me because I was focusing on everybody else in the class. Number one priority as a fitness instructor is to make sure that everybody is safe. So, there's always problems with the music or the lights. One time we had over 120 people in a gym at Gold's Gym, and the floor was literally, it was so humid in there that everybody was slipping on the floor. So, there's a lot of things that go into it, but it was like therapy for me because I didn't focus on my problems. When I walked into that gym and I was going to teach a class, I left my problems behind me and I focused on everybody else, which was amazing. It was amazing to do. It was therapy for me, but it was a win-win because I was helping people get healthy. Then I became an international Zumba fitness presenter and I traveled all over the world, guys. I mean, could you just pinch me? No, don't. But I just had the time of my life. I traveled all over the world teaching fitness instructors in Australia, London, Paris, and almost every state. And then one time when I was teaching at an international Zumba fitness convention, and I had hundreds of people from all over the world in my session, it was called Rock and Roll Revolution, where I was teaching people, get this, how to dance to rock and roll music. And what I did was, it was so great because I went through all the stages of rock and roll throughout the years and teaching from, remember the jerk and the monkey and the swim. I taught all of those things and then choreographed them so that we did for 2 hours, we were dancing and having fun. But then at the end of the session, people were getting ready to leave. They're packing up their things. And I noticed that there was this girl in the back of the room that was bent over and she was crying. And I was, my main priority as an instructor was to make sure that she was safe. So I jumped off the stage and I ran over to her and I went, are you okay? And she literally like lifted up her hair and just stood up straight with this big smile on her face and said, I'm just so happy. She had tears running down her face, but she was smiling. And she said, "You brought my music to life. Now I can go back to Sweden and teach my students how to dance to the music that I love." So this is an amazing opportunity, guys. Fitness is something that reaches across the borders. Like, it doesn't matter what background you have or political affiliation. It's an opportunity for us to all come together and get healthy. And now more than ever, we need that. There was also one time when I was in Starbucks. Ted and I were walking into Starbucks. And this is kind of funny because I'm used to people coming up to Ted and saying hello, which they always do. And so I kind of back off and I let people, shake his hand or, say hello and ask him questions like they always do. And this man came up to me and I'm doing one of these and he said, "Are you Shanae?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "My wife takes your Zumba class, and I just wanted to thank you because it really helped our sex life." So there are literally hundreds of incidents like that have just buoyed my spirit, buoyed my soul. And it made me so grateful for being able to share my passion for healthy living with others. And I'm so grateful for all of your comments here on social media because now more than ever, guys, we got to be healthy. We've got to find a way to fit exercise into our life. It starts with that. Exercise can lower your blood pressure. It can help give you better sleep. It can help lubricate your joints. It can help you gain muscle. As we get older, we need muscle, and it helps strengthen your brittle bones as we get older. We need that. So if I don't exercise at least 5 days a week, and I'm not talking running a marathon, I'm talking just moving my body. And I'd like to switch it up too. And I'm going to talk to you about that. But it also, when you sweat, I've had a lot of comments here and people asking me, what do you do for aging? I have a whole session coming up on anti-aging, but I do believe that sweating is one of the main things that has helped me with aging gracefully for as much as I can, because when you're sweating, you're releasing toxins in your body. Now, you may think that I don't drink or I don't smoke, so I don't have any toxic buildup in my body. Au contraire, the air that we breathe and the food that we eat are often very polluted with chemicals and toxins that build up in our system. And sweating during exercise helps eliminate those toxins in our body. So it's important to exercise, to sweat at least a couple of times a week. Now, you might be saying, I don't have time to exercise and I don't even know where to start. Well, here's one place where you can start by doing something, anything, every day, and fit it into the pockets of your own time. You can swim, you can lift weights, you can dance, do all of those things. My number one tip to fitting exercise into the pockets of your time is to phone a friend. We are less likely to step out and not follow through with the commitments if we know that we're letting somebody else down. So you've got to make a commitment. And mixing it up is really a big part of this too. Let's say you only run. You like to run, and that's great. Running is great, but you also need to stretch and you need to do weight training as well. We need to strike our muscles in different ways, and there's a couple reasons for that. God gave us this amazing ability to adapt to physical stress on our bodies. So let's say you start out, you're okay, I'm going to exercise. What do I start to do? I walk. You start to walk for 10 minutes a day, 3 times a week. Then you want to build up. But you'll notice if let's say you build up to running a mile 3 times a week and you start losing a few pounds and you start noticing that your clothes are fitting better, and then that plateaus. This is called the principle of adaptation. Our bodies adapt to that physical stress. So we need to strike our muscles in a different way. How? I know you're asking that. How? You can increase the intensity, the duration, or the frequency with which you work out. For example, the intensity. Maybe you walk for 5 minutes and then you run as fast as you can. You do HIIT, which is high intensity interval training. Check that out. Do your own research. Find out what works for you. So that's increasing the intensity. Increasing the frequency, obviously, if you're working out 3 days a week, go to 5 or 7. Or if you want to increase the duration, you increase it and go longer. But it's really important to get in muscle conditioning, strength training, stretching, and cardiovascular exercise into every workout as much as you can. So I know that you might be thinking, I don't have time. I don't have time to do all that. Well, you might be more interested in finding the thing that makes your heart sing. You could go, I know a guy that plays baseball all the time, and that's his time to go out there and play baseball, softball once or twice a week. You can ride a bike, you could do yoga, you can dance like I do, like I like to do. Again, finding something, anything every day to do that will buoy your spirit and using our muscles in different ways. Now, exercising in the morning, I have found works well for me because if I say, okay, I don't have time to work out in the morning, and then I go through everything I have to go through in a day, and then I go, I'm too tired to work out. Does that ever happen to you? Like I again, I got to cook dinner. I got to cook dinner. I got to do X, Y, or Z, like fill in the blank. It's really easy to find those different things to make excuses. So another thing that you could do. So number one, make an appointment with yourself. Write it into your schedule. Don't pencil it in, write it in. You know how you have doctor's appointments or you take your kids for ballet or whatever it is, any practices or after school activities or important events, you write it in. I'm asking you for your good health that you make an appointment with yourself. Make this a priority, make fitness a priority. Number two, phone a friend. It's really important. Find people that you can go for a walk with, even if it's 20 minutes, 10 minutes. I also saw, one time I was on a plane, on a flight, and I was in my seat and I heard the flight attendants counting to 20. And they were behind in the galley. I couldn't see what they were doing. And then they would break up after they counted to 20 and they would come and walk up and down the aisle and everything. And then maybe half an hour later, they'd do that again. This was on a long flight. And I finally got up to see what they're doing. And they were doing squats all together. So things are better with friends. Exercise together will help you stick to this so important, this very important idea of making fitness a top priority. So the next thing you can do is exercising in the morning, get it over with. There's a phrase that do the things that you want, that you like least. Maybe it's not that I'm fortunate because I love to exercise, but I know that I'm going to make 100 excuses if I wait till the end of the day to exercise. So I try to make it a priority in the morning. Can you get up 15 minutes early, even if you're busy? Yes. Research shows also that if you split it up, let's say you do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, that's just as effective as 30 minutes every day or 3 days a week. And find a thing that makes your heart sing, and you will do it more often. All right, guys, I am going to say hello to the people who are joining me. I am so grateful again for each and every one of you. I wanted to remind you that I have a Reawaken, a retreat for women only coming up in just a few weeks in Naples, Florida, and it's only open to a handful of women. I think there's 22 or 24 women, and spots are filling up. So you can go to this link, Nikki Klegel, NikkiKlegel.com/reawaken-wow retreat. You can go to that. And also, guys, If you want to find out more about the superfood nutrition that I take, you can email me at wildlywell21@gmail.com. That's a big part of feeling well. If you feel like you don't have enough energy throughout the day, y'all, please mix it up. The definition, so they say, of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Try this. I take these superfood products every day, and so does Ted. I swear by it. I love it. I sleep better. I have more energy throughout the day, and I feel better. I have suffered from pain, joint pain, head pain, lots of pain in my life. And, even the times when you just don't feel well, you don't feel 100%. And it makes me appreciate that every day when I feel good and I have all my energy that I need to have to get through the day, I'm just so grateful. And that's why I'm coming to you, because I know that health is the number one most important thing. We can't do anything. We can't do God's good work unless we're healthy. So make fitness a part of your every day. Try to fit it into the pockets of your own time, and you'll be happier and healthier. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to say hello to people who have, thank you so much, Anne Elizabeth. I appreciate that. You're so sweet, Adrian. This is unbelievable. Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe sometimes people have spam things that they want me to check out. Kelly. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Lisa. Hey, Kelly. Thank you. Hey, Janet, how are you doing? Hello, everybody. Don't forget, let me know where you're watching from. No, I'm not going to address the Bitcoin scams, Dennis. That's for another time. Bitcoin is not my forte. So thank you very much, Sue. Sue says, great. Hello from Marshall, Illinois. And Sue says, great information. Thank you so much for being here. I'd be honored if you guys would share this, because I am suppressed. And sometimes the only way of getting this information out and helping others, which is really what I'm all about, is, again, I know what it's like to lose your health, and I know what it's like to be healthy. Being healthy is so much better. So if I can help just one person, my goal every time I do these, and I'm here every Sunday for sure, 5:00 Eastern, my goal is, even if I just helped a couple of people, it's all worth it. So you guys, Pam and everybody else who are watching, you guys help me, because you help me help get this message out. I am so forever grateful. Hey, Angie from Oregon, how are you? Houston, Texas. Hey, Donald, Houston, Texas. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. West Michigan. Hey, Pam from West Michigan. Hey, Linda from Southern Illinois. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, guys, I'm going to go back. Where can I find these products? Okay, it's down, RS. It's down in the scrolling. You can email wildlywell21@gmail.com. That's wildlywell21@gmail.com to find out more about the superfood nutrition. And I'm about to do in 30 minutes at 6:00 Eastern, I'm about to do a very special Zoom call just for this group of people who are in that email list, wildlywell21@gmail.com. If you want to get in on that, I'm going to explain more about the superfood nutrition and this incredible opportunity, this employment opportunity. And you know what? I thought about this for a while, like, I don't know. And Kevin knows. Kevin Scholl says, I love my shakes and elixir, the elixir every day, Kevin, right? And my shakes every day. I decided to really put myself out on a limb, put this information out there, because if it can help me, it can help somebody else. And it's helped Kevin and so many others, hundreds of other people. I've helped hundreds of people lose a combined total of over 500 pounds in the past 5 years. Could that be you? Could you get more energy and sleep better? I know this. I will never go a day without the sleep spray. Ever. So if you want to get in on that and join my team, we do have an employment opportunity. And I was thinking, somebody had sent me a direct message saying, what about those of us who, and I have to pick and choose my words here, who don't want to who don't want to get a vacation. And they're being pushed into a corner, and they might lose their job. They might walk away from a job that no longer serves them or isn't in alignment with their morals and values. Or this is what I was talking about. I think I did the video about this a couple of days ago. I homeschooled my son Rocco on 2 different occasions, and I loved every minute of it. And for those parents who feel pushed into a corner, like they have to work and they can't stay home and homeschool their kids, they have to have that paycheck. This might be a great opportunity for you to gain financial freedom and to homeschool your kids and to work in the pockets of your time. I mean, literally, it's changed lives. It's changing people's lives. So check it out, RS, and all who are interested, you can email me right now at wildlywell21@gmail.com. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day. Do something healthy and happy for you today. Make fitness a priority. Have a great day, guys.